Hey guys, welcome back. And for me, talking about it is pretty quick, but for you guys, it might be a bit long. What? I need to practice my elocution. I've been practicing it for 3 years, so. Okay, so now we've done some side quests. There are more side quests we can do, I guess. Not really. But we're going to the desert now. And we might actually just start by getting the goddess cubes we haven't gotten before. Even though the thing is, I'm pretty sure there are some in the new area, so let's just go straight to the area. Okay, basically what I was saying, what I want to talk about is something I did not talk about yet. If I did, it wasn't much. I talked about this more in Metroid Other M, but I want to talk about Wind Waker HD and my thoughts on it. My thoughts are, if you're going to remake a game, you really do need to add new things. I was a bit disappointed with Ocarina of Time 3D, and the only thing that saved it for me was that I hadn't played Master Quest before, and that was enjoyable. I mean, the game was good, but little additions like you know, item easiness is just not enough to sell at full price. I'm sorry, it isn't. You know? And you know, if they're gonna market this as like a new game, I don't think that's enough. And this should not be a full price game. But like, the thing is, I still might be so. It looks amazing. I will give it that. But okay, so we actually want to go to the mine entry right about now. So basically what I want to, well, the thing is, the more I think about it, it might not just be about that. Because I kind of rushed out to get Ocarina of Time 3D. And, you know, I did kind of think there was going to be more new, but I didn't really give that any thought at the time. And, you know, sadly, for me, I kind of now realized that it might be the game itself. A lot of people wanted to see Majora's Mask HD, and while I, for one, would always, you know, want a new game more, I'll tell you, I would buy it if it was Majora's Mask, just because I like Majora's Mask. Wind Waker itself, I don't dislike Wind Waker, I don't think I would pay full price just to play it again. And then I asked myself a question, and the answer was easy. If it was Twilight Princess HD, well, okay, if it was Twilight Princess HD, I'd be there day one. And, you know, that is just the way it is. Not that I would be completely okay if they didn't, you know, add anything new. But Twilight Princess in HD, boom, I'm there. Because, you know, I'd play that game again anyway, and I would pay money to play it again in HD because, well, I love the game. And, you know, there are people that do love Wind Waker like that. And to them, I hope that you have a lot of fun with Wind Waker HD. I really do. And I might even be suckered into buying it just because of how awesome it looks. Wait a minute, there's a treasure chest up there. I'm getting that. So, if there's ever a price drop, I might consider it. And that's all I can say. But as a $60 game, I don't think that I can make that work. But it's hard because it looks so amazing. All you need to do is add a couple of dungeons. And that's another thing I'm talking about. I did talk about this in Other M, and if you're watching both my LPs, first of all, thank you. And second of all, I'm sorry I'm reiterating this, but okay, how the hell do you get there? There's got to be some kind of thing you can claw shot onto, which is probably going to be over there. Yeah, it is. Hey, you over there. Say, is that my buddy Link? It is. Come at the perfect time. I have something I want to show you. What do you want to show me? A game-breaking glitch? No, we can't. The game-breaking glitch doesn't activate to us anymore. We already got both parts of the Song of the Heroes. For that, woohoo! How was your search for that sacred flame going? So we did find it. Yeah, that was a while ago. Okay, so there's a new location. So this is actually my favorite of the Song of the Hero quests, because the other two kind of change the areas, which is cool. But in this one, rather than changing Lanayru, they make a whole new area to go to. And it's cool. So it gives you money. That's nice to know. And this is a way to get back to the mine, and we will do that just as soon as the mine. We're in the mine. That's a way to get back to the the caves. I really like the way this whole world works, you know. I just wish that that one cave area, there could be something like that to connect all three of the worlds, and I'm not getting over that. I'm gonna play with the map of this game one day and just think of areas. Like, I already did that with, like, the Paper Mario games. Like, I would think of a way that you could connect Toad Town to Rogueport. And I really haven't thought of a way to connect it, but I just thought that, you know... Like, my ideas were that they would make a Paper Mario trilogy, and it would just have all of them, but, like, in one game. You'd be playing as one character, and you'd be accomplishing everything. And, of course, your levels would just go nuts. But that would be fun. And, you know, they could cut all the star points in half to make it fair. But then if you're playing them one at a time, so I don't know how that would work. Just let the star points go nuts, that's the best thing to do. Or keep them separate. Like, if you're getting the star points in Paper Mario 1 as soon as you go. But, like, anyway, my ideas for the warps were, not warps, but just ways you would get from one world to another. You get to Toad Town to Rogueport from, well, the harbor, and I think that's pretty obvious. You get from Toad Town to Flipside through some kind of portal in Merlin's house. And... oh, I just got a text message saying dinner, so you know, I told him to text me because I would be recording, and, you know, she did what I asked. So, I think that, you know, this has not been a full episode, but, yeah, I'll just come back to this later. I think this is the narrow passageway he's been digging through. So, yeah. Hold up. Okay, so the last time we were here, that game-breaking Goron was pounding a wall. I mean, you know, really? It's weird. He is a game-breaking Goron, but if it wasn't for him breaking down this wall, you could also never go this way, and then, of course, you wouldn't be able to beat the game, so you wouldn't have been able to get this part of the Song of the Hero anyway if it wasn't for him. So, yes, we are going to a new location, so, I mean, I know that not all of them took us to new locations, but at least one of them did, so now that's, you know, of all the times people say, oh, you have to go back again. Well, you have to go back to each location twice. I mean, the only things I can see people might maybe getting mad over is the one time you have to backtrack to the deep woods to get the sacred water before the ancient cistern. That's a little bit, well, I mean, maybe that's the only backtracking that maybe could get a little annoying. I don't really know why I did this. There better be something good in here. Oh, come on, you can break the rocks when you're crawling in the magma things, but you can't just pull out your magma mitts there? Really? Really? Okay. Well, I'm gonna sit to restore these 2 hearts. I know, I'm just wasting time at this point. I mean, this video is probably going to be 20 minutes long because I've done almost nothing in the first half. Okay, so we are going to be going back outside again. Just gotta... we don't have to do this, but... we do have a new butterfly here. I don't even care about the bugs anymore. So, yeah. What do you have for us? Monster Claw. I wonder if my beetle trick will ever become a thing. I mean, That should just be a TID. I need to make a whole video just dedicated to that, and I'm gonna do it. Speaking of videos dedicated to things, I need to talk about something, which I guess I'll talk about it later. This is Lanayru Gorge. Legend tells of a dragon. Now, unfortunately, here we have the regular Lanayru desert music instead of the sand sea music. And this is another place with the ancient civilization. So Lanayru is definitely the biggest area in the game. If it wasn't already, now you see there's this whole new area. And by first look, you think, oh, this doesn't look so big. Well, it is. Lanayru Gorge. I mean, that was... Did you see that? Well, I don't want to spoil too much. First things first. Didn't think we were going to be getting a new one of those, did you? Well, the dragon is actually right here. But this dragon only existed in the past, and now it's just a big pile of bones. This is a fossil. Science indicate that it's been here for a great many years. Wow. That's kind of depressing. So what are we to do? We have to find a time shift stone. Well, the only place we can put a time shift stone to activate is right here. But there's none in sight. Well, if you see that minecart, and if you remember what we did back in the third dungeon, you might have the right idea. But, we'll get there later. We have a locked door over there. And there's a sign, so let's go see what the sign says. We haven't used our hook beetle in a while, not for bomb carrying, so... I don't think anybody's just going to give us the key like they did to the door that went out to the Sand Sea. Entry to the area ahead is allowed only by... Well, that's great. We don't exactly have the Thunder Dragon's permission. So, whatever will we do? I'm going to actually hold off on the dowsing for that just yet because of, you know, I know that there's actually a goddess cube that's over there on that platform. In fact, I could even douse just to make sure of that. And I don't want to get in the way now because we can't get over there right now. So it's like, what's the point? I mean, you can see it. It's right there. And no, we can't get it right now. So this is quite a situation. Whatever shall we do? I just remembered it. Yep, the key's way down here. I don't know how much of that bullshit I'll cut out, but we'll see. That's going to be the end of this episode. And in the next one, we'll play for real, because that was a sorry excuse for an episode right there. So bye.